Hey, it's Rich, the Louisiana hobby guy. Today we're going to be talking about making a custom desk pen holder out of 3.5 millimeter wood. So stay right there, you're going to like this one. All right, so my friend Jorgen from Germany posted up a picture of a pen holder that he made the other day. And my wife, we had a couple of new choir members and at the church this week, and my wife wanted to make them a special gift. So I said, well, what about one of my bamboo pens? And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link up here, a card up in the top, where you can take a look at making the custom bamboo pens. But I said, what about the bamboo pens? And I saw something yesterday I really liked, a bamboo pen holder. And here it is. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great idea. This is the bamboo pen that I'll put a link to up there. And this is the holder. And I think it came out really nice. I think it's a great addition to anybody's desk. And we're going to learn how to make this thing right now. So let's jump over into Lightburn and get started. So if you're a regular watcher of my channel, you'll remember this creating precious gifts with your laser 75-cent pen gift that I did a while back. And this is sort of part two to that. Now today we're going to make the stand for it, which I think is an awesome gift. So this is the file that I originally got from Jorgen. And the only thing that I did differently was I moved it to the center of the page. And I changed it to the red layer where everything cuts. And I'm not quite sure why he had two layers on it, but that doesn't really matter. And this is basically all you have to do right here, is just cut this out. You come over and you check your speed and your power up here in the top right. And you'll see that I have mine set for 150 and 85. I'm going to set this for 150, 100. I'm using a 5-watt laser. I did run these tests first on a 10-watt laser. That's why I had these settings like this from a manufacturer that wanted me to do a review. And I wound up trying to cut this thing 3 times, and the laser just has so many little problems with it that I threw it in the garbage, sent them an email, said I won't even do a review on this, not even a bad review. I'm just not going to do a review at all, and I'm not going to mention the name. But so I got out the Jamitsu, which is very similar to the X tool, where it has U channel and things like that. Nice, really nice little laser. Best wire management I've ever seen on a laser before, with coiled wires. It's very cool, but it's only 5 watts, and I'm using 3.5 millimeter triple ply plywood, so I knew that it wouldn't cut it. So I set it for 150 speed, 100% power, and 3 passes, which turned out to be a mistake because it cut it in 2. So the third pass, well, what are you going to do? But anyway, so on the 5-watt Jamitsu, I was able, I think it's called the LM40, if in case you wanted to know. That review is going to be coming out soon, probably in June. But anyway, if you're on a 5-watt laser, 5.5-watt laser, set it for 2 passes, 150 speed, 100 power. Try and cut one out, do a test, see if that works. If that works for you, then go ahead and use those settings. So those are the settings that I used. So let's bring up the video real quick. I'll show you the actual cut and the assembly. And this is going to be a quick one today. You're going to like it. So stick around. Let's bring up the other video. All right, so here's the cut. You can see the other 3 bad cuts from the other laser there. And this is the new LC40. It's not released yet, but it's coming soon. Right now I'm just doing beta testing. All right, so after 1, 2, 3 fails on a machine that I was testing, I decided to throw that one in the garbage, probably. So I broke out the LC40, and I think I may have run too many passes on this one. But there we go. I mean, it did a really nice job. Let's see how this works. So this is the stand for the bamboo pens. So let's see how this works out. We got this one, and that one. So that one goes on first. It looks like. Oh, it doesn't reach. Oh, there we go. That one goes on first. This one goes on second, like that. So there's two pieces. This is the top that holds the pen, and this is the bottom. And there it is. Now, all we have to do now is glue this up. Well, first we need to finish it and then glue it up, and it'll be ready to hold one of the bamboo pens. So let's do that. All right, so the only thing that I think I wanted to do differently was put some text. I think I missed an opportunity here. So if I were to select this one, and I believe when I got this it was all grouped, you might have to ungroup it, but if I were to select this one, and let's see, this is the top one, this is the bottom one, yeah. So if I were to select this one and just the outside part and press Control and D to duplicate it, then pull off that duplicate and put it down here. And actually, before I do that, let me go ahead and group these two down here because I ungrouped them. So I'm going to group those, and then I'm going to select this one and hit the bullseye up here on top so that it goes exactly where it's going to go when you assemble it. And if I zoom in here, the opportunity that I missed was to put some text around the bottom, the base, on the base of the engraving. And this is just lined up so that I'm just using this as a guide, and actually what I would do is put that on a tool path. And I think I probably would have, let's see, if we were to rotate this by 90 degrees, I think I would have put some text around the outside here, or maybe some images. And you know what, maybe even on the other layer, on this layer here, put some text on here, either one. But I mean, that's up to you. That's just another idea. And one thing I didn't show you was the nesting that I did. So let me go back to where we were originally here. Let's see, we were right there. And what I did was I nested these. Now Lightburn has a new nesting feature, but I can't seem to get it to work. So I've tried it several times, and it just takes so long to nest these together. And you know, I've used that website before, haven't had a problem, but lately it just doesn't work for me. So what I did was I just took these, moved this one off over here, turned it a little bit like that, and I just nested these together. Turn this one. It only takes a few seconds to nest them yourself. You don't have to use the nesting feature. That's really only for, you know, things like a lot of pieces, and this doesn't have a whole lot of pieces. So all I'm doing is just turning them to fit in here. I guess I think I can put this one like right there somewhere, and then these two over here. I don't remember how I did it. I think I just turned it like that, put them together. And then for the framing, so now I've got it pretty well nested. Maybe I put these over here, I don't remember. But I mean, that's pretty well nested just the way it is. And then all I do is just draw a line around the outside like that, and select it and bring it down to the smallest size like so. And then I just put that on a tool path, and on the tool path turn on the framing. And that's all I did. You know, it looked different on the actual workbed, but that's all I did right there, is I just moved them all around and got them into the smallest space that I possibly could to save material. So yeah, that's it. I think now let's talk about something really important that a lot of people make a huge mistake, is pricing. Now, if you're going to do something like this for a craft show, let's say, don't price yourself out of the market, and don't price other people out of the market either. Now, when it comes to pens, you know, a gift of a pen is an expensive item. Usually it's going to be anywhere from $30 to $200, somewhere in there, and up, depending on who it's for and what type of pen that you buy. This is custom made. Nobody else is going to really have it. It is personalized, and personalization always costs more. So take those things, those facts into consideration when you're pricing these things. If you're going to sell them on your Etsy shop, or you're going to sell them on Amazon, or you're going to sell them on Facebook Marketplace, or wherever it is, at a craft show, don't price yourself out of the market or under the market. This should be a $29 pen, in my opinion, because number one, it's custom made. I know it only costs you 75 cents for the pen and maybe 50 cents for the wood, but how much is your time worth? It takes about an hour to do this, and supplies. So you have the $1.50 for your supplies for the wood, and then you've got your whatever you put on top of it, your clear coat, varathane, stain. Oh, and that's another thing too. Before you put your finished coat on this, make sure you use a wood sealer, because or you can use sanding sealer down at your local Home Depot or Lowe's, because that will ensure that the grain will all be the same. You won't get any blotchiness when you put your finish on. If you're going to stain it, if you're going to paint it, whatever it is that you're going to do, if you're just going to clear coat it, putting a pre-stain on or a sanding sealer is going to make the project come out nice. It's going to look exactly like what you have before you get it wet, you know, with the stain or the paint or whatever, and you'll get a nice uniform finish on it. So make sure that you do that first. So you have to take these things into consideration. You know, how much does that cost, and how much is your time worth? My time is worth a whole lot more than $5 or $6 for an hour. This whole process here takes an hour to make one. So, you know, from the time that you start, there's about a 5-minute cut time. There's maybe a 5-minute design time if you're going to put their names and maybe some sayings on it. And then you've got your, you have to do your sanding sealer or your primer. So that's, you know, another 10 minutes or so. And then you've got time in between, you know, your first coat, your second coat, your top coat of whatever it is that you're using, whether you're using stain and sealer or stain and polyurethane, whatever it might be. You have to take into consideration those 3 coats that you put on top of there as well. So, you know, don't underprice these items. I see so many people that are underpricing these things on Facebook Marketplace and on Etsy. And try and keep the quality as high as you can. Take the time to sand it, you know, as well as you can, and take the time to seal it, and take the time to stain it and clear coat it and make sure it comes out nice. And you know, price it where it should be. If I see this for less than $20, I'm going to think to myself, oh, that person is really missing an opportunity, because I can tell you right now that I would spend $29 on something like this for a gift for someone if I knew nothing about, laser engraving. So I'm pretty sure that, and I'm your average Joe, So, and I'm usually pretty, I keep a pretty tight wallet, so I usually shop around for most things to try and get the best price that I can. But something like this, something like this that's personalized, and I see people do it with everything personalized, coasters, all kinds of things. They just underprice everything. Don't price this less than $29. In my opinion, $29 to $39 is the perfect price point for something like this. And get yourself some little gift boxes and some tissue paper. Put it in the gift box with the tissue paper. Maybe put a little string tie around it. Yarn tie, whatever it might be. A little thank you note, something like that. Make it worth every bit of that $29 or $39 that you charge for something like this. Trust me, folks, people are going to pay for it, and they're going to recommend you to other people as well. So, make sure you price these things right, and don't underprice the market, because all you do is hurt other makers that are out there that are trying to do this to earn some side money. Many of them are retired people like myself that are looking just for some extra income, and that really hurts them, because there are so many people out there that are delivering an inferior quality product and pricing it at half of what your price is. But if you see that, don't budge on your price. Keep your price the same. If somebody asks you, well, I saw somebody else selling it for $15, you could just tell them, well, that's okay. You can buy it from them. I make a quality product, and I stand behind it, and it's worth every bit of what I'm selling it for. And I think I have it priced low. So there you go. Now I'm going to put links down below in the video. I'm going to put links to this file, which you can get for free. I'm going to put links to my pen jig if you want to cut one out for yourself to use on your laser. And of course, the pens and the wood and everything, the usual thing that I do. Well, I put all the links down below. And I wanted to take a moment and talk about the forum. Oh my gosh, we've had so many problems with the forum. We had a firewall issue with the mail filtering, and just so many problems with the activation. Well, I've turned off activation on the forum, so feel free to register now. I'm gonna put a link in the description to the forum. Come over there, register. It's an immediate. As soon as you're done registering, you're logged right in. So you don't have to worry about the activation emails anymore and sending me an email and sitting around and waiting. You get right in. So I'm going to put this file in a package on the forum in the members only download section. So come over, sign up. Hopefully you'll stay for a while. We have almost 10,000 members there, and lots and lots of stuff going on other than the downloads. So don't come for just the downloads. Come sign up, participate. You're going to get a lot of great ideas there. If you have any problems, there's a lot of great people that are there willing to help, and I think you'll really enjoy it. We're developing this forum into the #1 place for laser engravers. I mean, if you're not there, you're not in laser engraving. So come on over, sign up, get the free files, get out there and make these things. Put them out in your craft show and watch how good they sell for $29. So, as always, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.